relax, okay? We're having a conversation. I like this, by the way. Your sweater, I mean.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, we are live.
Can you hear me?
No, you should pull this close to
No, I
me.
mean like can.
Put it closer to your mouth.
Yeah, just put it like really close to your mouth. Like pull it, just closer. Okay.
Okay.
Well.
All right.
Talking to the microphone.
All right. Since yesterday we made a change to a podcast. The podcast is not called a podcast now. It's called the SeekNow podcast. It makes more sense. The reason why we didn't call it the SeekNow podcast since the beginning was because we were changing names constantly. So that's why we just called it a podcast. Now it's called the SeekNow podcast. So
Versica.
the
SeekNow.
SeekNow podcast.
What if we change the
Do
name?
you want to tell us why?
Because
Like why you picked that name?
because we were working on an app called SeekNow.
Okay.
Oh, you don't know
Yeah,
anything?
I do know.
Why did you pick what? The SeekNow podcast or the name SeekNow?
Seek now? Wait, you need to be louder.
Okay.
Because then, okay, let's just never mind.
This is WIT88.9 FM. You're listening to the SeekNow podcast. I'm Sid.
I'm Prince.
And I'm Maraki.
Today we've taken a 2-week break because last week there was the polar vortex. The weather was really bad, so we just didn't bother.
We didn't want to die.
Yeah, I mean we were here, but
We didn't want to die. From
Yeah.
MSV to MTCC.
yeah, and the week before that you were gone to California.
Oh, we didn't do it the week before that either.
We just did one with Mogami, with Yossi and Chinton.
Okay.
How was California?
Your fun is lit, dude. I'm going back for sure.
Dude, we should
For
go
sure,
back
for sure.
after summer.
I know. I'm going back in the summer.
Yeah, I'm going back too.
You want to come?
I'm going with you.
Probably not with you.
Good.
Why?
I'm just kidding.
What's up with you? Tell us a bit about yourself so that we have some context.
I'm Maraki. I'm a junior. I just transferred here
From where?
from Manchester University,
Not in London.
not in London.
Mhm.
And my major is called SEDP, which is Social and Economic Development Policy.
Uh-huh.
And I'm minoring in architecture.
Why
You're
why
minoring in architecture.
Yeah.
why SCDP?
Because
You're the second
my-
person I know now that's taking this major.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know it. But in my old school, I was majoring in economics and business management, so that's like the closest thing here. So
Oh, there's no economics major here?
no, there's only an economics minor.
Oh, why did you choose IIT then?
Because I love nerds and I wanted to be around nerds. So.
Well, how do you feel now being around nerds?
Yeah.
What?
Good.
How do you
big.
feel now being around nerds? You like it
Yeah,
still?
I love it. I love it here.
Wait, I didn't know there was an architecture minor. Is this new? Because you were in not minoring architecture last semester when I knew you, right?
Yeah, I was. You just
Yeah, you
didn't
were.
know.
Oh. What do? You go to studio and stuff?
Yeah, not now, but I'm gonna do studio like next semester.
How? What? Never mind.
It's weird.
Yeah, you told. Why did you request us to send you the notes of a podcast before coming?
Because I wanted to know like what you guys were talking about.
Why? It's just a conversation. Do you want to know everything before the conversation?
Not necessarily, but I just wanted to be like prepared, and I wanted to know like.
It's pretty relaxed, to be honest. We just have a conversation. We talk about everything. Sometimes we have nothing to talk about, so then I have to come up with something. How was India?
It was good.
When did you go to India?
Somewhere.
Why did you go to India?
I've always wanted to go to India,
Mm-hmm.
and I was really into yoga.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing this coding. I was in this coding boot camp, like in the beginning of my summer, and then I met this guy that just came back from India, and he was doing a yoga teacher training. And then he sat next to me, and he was like, "Yeah, I just came back from India like last night." And I was like, "Wow, like this is my calling. Like I just have to go." And then
So then instantly you went to buy a ticket?
not instantly. I did my research. He told me about like the school he went to for the yoga thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then I researched, and it took me like one day to decide. I called my mom. I told her like I have to go, and she was really not pro me going there. But I told her I'll pay for my own like for the fee of the yoga teacher training thing. And she was like, okay. And then the rest.
I don't think your mom was so worried about her paying that fee. I think she was more worried about you going to India alone.
Yeah, she really was. Like, she was scaring me so much. And there's she was telling me stories about how there's a lot of rape going on in India. And she was like,
it's pretty much the same thing as people saying how everyone's dying from gunshots in Chicago.
Yeah.
The same thing.
Yeah.
Did you experience anything close to that in India?
Nothing.
Seen it? Exactly.
No.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ethiopia.
People from India confuse you for an Indian.
No. Not here.
No, over there I'm saying.
What? Over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not confuse me, but it's more like, you actually look Indian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You do actually look Indian.
That's true because of the thing on your nose.
Yeah.
It's not because of that.
Okay.
You simply look Indian.
Let's. How's SeekNow doing? Okay, so during these past 2 weeks, we've worked. Not but Prince has been working a lot on SeekNow. Just polishing up everything, just making sure everything works fine. And yesterday we were planning. For the past 2 days, we've been planning on uploading it on the Play Store and the App Store just to get it released, and then just having everyone use it just to see how people are using it. Because there's the saying that I saw that if you are planning on releasing the app and you find yourself being satisfied with releasing the app, then that means that you've released the app too late.
What?
Too late.
Yeah. So you should be releasing your product at some point and then not be satisfied with the thing you've released. So because if you release it at a point where you're satisfied with it, that means you've released it too late.
You should release it when... I don't know if I agree with that.
I didn't agree with it.
If you're satisfied with it.
Yeah, but
what if you're not satisfied with it because you know you have bugs? And you see the bugs.
No,
Like,
I mean, you should do your maximum, but I don't know. That saying kind of stayed in my head for like 6 months. I've seen this a long time ago, and I don't know. I kind of agree with it now. Like you shouldn't just stay on it and just work on it, like polishing everything, and then wait until you find it perfect and then release it, and then no one likes it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, but then the people that have already tried your app are going to be like, oh, this app is full of shit and I'm never going to use it again. So.
Yeah, but that's the reason why we have a podcast. That's the reason why we've been trying to reach out to more people in terms of marketing throughout the last semester, just so that we make people realize that there are people working behind the app and that it's just an effort to make your life better, but it's a work in progress. And we've put features on the app, like the feedback feature, so that people can comment what they like and what they don't like. And we're going to read it live on the podcast, and then we're going to decide on the podcast itself how we're going to fix it. We're going to we're going to have live feedback, and we're going to respond to it live and improve the app constantly, just so that it makes people's lives better. Yeah.
Yeah, so like basically like iterative testing. I learned it from iPro, actually, one of my iPro classes. You know, like you put it out there, and then people, you know, you kind of build it based on what people gave you. You know what I mean? Because before I would have just like, you know, just made it and then just polished everything and then just released it. But like, yeah. But I guess I see where the code is coming from.
Yeah. So before we start discussing our plans for this semester, we have to announce that we are part of Future Founders now. I asked whether we could make this a public information.
Why can't we? I didn't even know we couldn't make it a public.
Okay, so when I was signing the contract, remember the first contract they sent us? They said that we should keep this a secret for now. So I was like, okay, I guess I can't announce.
Oh, you read those things?
Yes.
Oh.
Anyway.
I literally just signed. It was like,
no.
Whatever.
That's why
Can
you have.
Tell us more about what Future Founders is.
So Future Founders, it's an incubator pretty much. They bring in a bunch of people from the age of, like from high school until like whatever age.
30.
Yeah, until 30, I guess. And it's just to encourage young people to work on their ideas, to work on their businesses, to help them, guide them. And we're going to provide mentorship, we'll provide workshop sessions. We're going to help us to work on our startup in a healthy way.
Okay.
So we applied for it through our mentor at school. Our mentor pretty much sent us an email saying that, asking us for us to apply to Future Founders. So, oh shit. Holy shit. Anyway, I haven't seen it anymore. But yeah, it's just for us to apply. It's just for us to get some help from people around us that know what they're doing.
So like networking, there's going to be like a bunch of other startups. I think it's national, right?
Yeah, there's the Chicago version and then there's the national version. We have yet to go on the national version. We have to pass the Chicago version first.
Yeah, so like networking, you never know which other person might be beneficial to you or who you might be beneficial to.
Do they fund you in any kind of way?
Did they fund you in phase 2?
So if you complete phase 1 is the Chicago program, and it's going to end in May. You just have to end it. Once you end it, they're going to give you $200, $250. That's nothing, right? But if you actually go on to phase 2, then I guess on phase 2, they move you up to more opportunities, but it hasn't been clear enough yet.
Yeah, the market it as growth. Phase 2, the market phase 2 has growth, and I guess you get more opportunities, which might lead you to getting funded.
They don't say.
They don't say like
take blah percentage of your startup or something.
Oh no,
right?
no.
Okay, good.
They are not into that business. We are more of a non-profit business.
Okay, nice.
So yeah, we don't want any share of your business. We just want to help you grow, which I think is super fantastic. Because
did you vote for them in the email they sent?
I did. I didn't even read what we were voting for. I just voted. I was like, you guys are supporting us. Why not? Anyway, so because we're part of Future Founders, that affects our plan now. Our execution is going to be different from what we've discussed before. This is a dynamic process, so we never stick to our plan ever. We just keep making new plans as soon as we get opportunities, and then we adjust them to where we want to go. So with Future Founders, because we're giving us support and stuff, we are now releasing the app early, and then we're gonna bring the results to them, and then see what we can adjust and how we can use their resources to better SeekNow.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So we're also going into Future Funders with the overall goal of SeekNow, because before we're doing like little baby steps, but but now I guess we're just gonna go with full on with the overall goal, because like they have all these like opportunities, they have all these like connections, like there are a lot of people that could help with that.
We had a lot of not issues, but brainstorming sessions during the last 2 weeks, because we were all hypothesizing about whether this was going to work or what was not going to work.
A lot of people too.
Just giving unsolicited advice or unsolicited input, but they're almost always appreciated. And
always appreciated.
For me, it gets on my nerves, but
nah. like a lot of people want to give you advice. A lot of people want to say you should do this, you should do that, and a lot of people want to be like that. And then, I can see why it might get some people's nerves, but like I always see it as a positive, like a positive way to learn, and like most of the things that they say I've already thought about, and I've already passed that phase.
Okay, I have a question for you guys.
Go ahead.
What was the turning point for you guys to create this app? Like, was there a specific situation that you were like, oh shit, like we need this app, or we need to create this?
Yeah, actually, this happened at least for me a couple of times. Like,
same.
Like freshman year, I was working on one of my CS projects, and then my friend was like, "Dude, is there anybody working on this?" And I was like, I don't know. And then that went away. And then next semester, same thing happened, but it was for a test. And I was like, I don't know. So I was like, oh, maybe I should work. I was also trying to find projects that I could work in the summer. And I was like, well, this sounds like a cool project. Maybe I could work on.
And when I first heard him say what he was working on, I realized that I was facing the same exact problem. I was just looking for people to study with, but it's hard to approach people outside of the context and say, hey, can we study together? Let's say, for example, I didn't know you. We're in the same economics class, right? Let's say I didn't know you. I'd be like, hey, do you want to study together? The first thing that would come to mind would be, oh, is this a way for you to flirt?
Yeah.
Exactly. So the reason why SeekNow is in place is just to eliminate the context purpose and just to put a purpose on why you're meeting. For example, Tinder, you're meeting just to... Yeah. But, what? My dad told me to stop swearing. That's why I can't swear anymore. But but for SeekNow, the purpose of it is just for you to meet with intention of studying. It's like you're on there to meet other study partners in your class or doing the same stuff as you.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, this is something that I need in my life, and that's why I started helping friends, and then we
So just to learn together, basically, as the
pretty
overall
much.
team.
Mm-hmm.
But SeekNow has evolved into like something that is bigger than studying. SeekNow is just not mostly it's just about learning and trying to reach to like different types of learners. So like social learners, like solitary learners, visual learners, and stuff like that.
And at the beginning, the app was very much telling the user had to input data and had to do everything by himself to meet people. By now, we've reached the point where the user gets paired up automatically. So it's not like, oh, I'm choosing that person specifically because I have more in mind than just studying. It's like everything's being done for you. It's like,
yeah, it's automatic.
Yeah. Anyway,
I have more in mind.
I just really hope that future founders help us in a good way, and that I think I'm gonna document the whole process because I've already started document. I was filming myself during the call that we've had last week with them.
Okay.
Really? Yeah. I want to document it just the same way as we're doing the podcast. I want to document the whole process with future founders. Yeah, that's going to be great. Anyway, do you have any entrepreneurial goals?
I'd say that my one and only entrepreneurial goal is to become a trillionaire.
No, that's not a goal. You could work a 9 to 5 and become a trillionaire.
No one has actually ever made $1 trillion, but that's like...
No one has made $1 trillion.
Just companies, not people.
Yeah.
Do you want to make $1 trillion? What do you want to do for $1 trillion?
$1 trillion.
The first African woman,
Ethiopian,
to make $1 trillion
with glasses
from IIT.
There you go.
Yeah, you're breaking new grounds. Why? Why are you so passionate about money?
Why do you want to make $1 trillion? Why not $1 million? Why not $1 billion? Why trillion?
Because everyone has already done those things.
Yeah, more or less.
Will you give me some?
And I like... I think you'll be making your own, so...
Nice.
Why am I inspired? I think money is like freedom, like money gives me the
Happiness.
chance not to just buy yachts or something, but like to really have freedom to do like whatever I want, have a lot of conveniences.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I had money, I wouldn't be like cooking. I'd hire somebody to do it for me and I'll be doing something else, like I think it's such a convenience and freedom.
Okay,
So-
put yourself in that place now. Okay, you have $1 trillion. You have all the convenience in the world. Are you happy?
Yes. 'Cause
But do
I
you
wouldn't
need
be
it?
here. Like I'd be doing whatever I want. Like right now I'm in school because I want to secure my future, right?
Mhm.
I want to learn. I mean, I want to learn. Like my whole life is based on learning. Even if I become a trillionaire, I'll be going out and learning stuff,
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't want to be in college learning. I'd be like doing research with some people and like actually being there and learning with them. Like,
So you don't have a goal to solve anything in particular. You just want to reach to a point where you become a trillionaire. So your problem is you're not a trillionaire yet.
yes.
And your solution is to become a trillionaire.
So if you don't think you'll have convenience if you have even $1 million? If you're a millionaire?
$1 million is like really small for me.
If you're a millionaire? I mean, do you know how much
I mean,
a trillionaire is?
you're right, but yeah, $1 trillion, that's like a shit ton of money. And
Are you trying to buy a whole country?
maybe.
It's like, it's just convenient to buy a country. I like that. I like your goals.
Okay, sure. Have you ever done anything before by yourself, like any entrepreneurial stuff or work somewhere, anywhere?
No. Actually, I just got an internship in Washington D.C. like yesterday, and I'm really, really, really happy.
Wow.
Where? What company?
It's not a company. It's like an academic internship.
Mhm.
So it's basically like right next to the White House.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And
What will you be doing?
Like, I don't know yet, but there are like different sections. Like, for example, there's business and government.
Mhm.
That's where I was placed. There's like public health, and there are like different sections. And I worked really, really hard to get this internship.
What did you do actually?
I had to write like an essay that said what would be 3 things that would be in your inaugural speech if you're elected president. So I had to like
Oh,
really,
Jesus
really
Christ.
think about that. What?
That's a really open-ended question.
Yeah. And then I had to write why I wanted to come to this program and stuff, and it was hard. And I had to explain like all my life goals and everything, you know.
Did you say you wanted to become a trillionaire?
No. No. But I said like the core value, like for example, $1 trillion. That's not like, that's a dream. My goal is like, my ultimate life goal is to learn. Like I
Mhm.
love learning. I love exploring things,
Sure.
and that $1 trillion will help me do that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What's up with the swimming team? How did you end up
Good.
in the swimming team?
Actually, it's my first year ever swimming competitively.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So-
wait, haven't you been training before?
Like, I've never trained for swimming before I came here.
Oh,
Yeah, like I knew how to swim, like
Wait, what?
back at home.
so
and
that's
stuff,
all
but,
you need to join
Did
the
you,
swimming
you
team?
didn't have to try
No.
out?
No, actually.
You don't have to try out?
I mean, you kind of do, but it's like
Jump in the water, and if you die, you die. If you don't, you're in the team?
no, not like that.
Oh.
It's like you talk with the coach. Like before I came here, the coach called me and I told him like I work out a lot, like I run and stuff, and I really enjoy swimming, and I swim like during the weekends and
Mhm.
stuff. And I told him like I work out a lot. I like swimming. I want to try something new, and I actually want to train like an athlete and like better myself. And he was
Mhm.
like, "Yeah, sure, you can come." And I joined the swim team, and all the swimmers there have been swimming since they were like 5 and stuff.
Yeah.
They're, like crazy fast. And
Yeah, they're really good.
I didn't know, like I was so slow.
How do you feel
And
to be a
then-
small fish in the big pond?
Pretty good actually. I improved my times like incredibly.
Mhm.
Like it's so great where you can actually see how much you improve, you know. And I get so much feedback from my coaches, and the numbers actually say like how much I improved. So it was really hard. It was really tough, but you can see changes. So I love that.
Speaking of working out, we are on a 12-week program right now, Prince and I.
Okay.
Yeah, we work out every, I think 5 days a week. It's 6 days a week. It's been we've only,
Horrible.
we've only been to a gym for 2 days. How do you feel so far?
Dude, I can't even bend today. I couldn't bend down to pick my pens. I just left my pencil on the floor.
Dude, yesterday I opened, like we keep our schedule on Google Keep. Yesterday I opened Google Keep before deciding whether we needed to go to the gym. And then I looked at the workouts, and he told me we just had an hour. So I looked at the workout, and it was just, it was a high intensity workout. You know what high intensity, HIIT or whatever that means. And it was like seven exercises in a row, and then 2-minute breaks in between, and then back at it again for an hour.
What?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do tonight right now.
Hour?
Yeah, after the show.
Wait,
that's,
wait.
that's what we're going
You're
to
lying.
do. I'm not. Okay, do you want me to read out what we're gonna do? Let me read it out.
Hey, have you guys heard about the book called The 4-Hour Body?
Uh-uh.
I highly recommend it.
What's it about?
It's basically about, you know, Tim Ferriss.
Yeah.
He's the author, and he basically talks about like how to lose weight, how to gain weight,
Mm-hmm.
how to be a sex machine.
Yeah.
What else? Those are the only things.
Yeah, Tim Ferriss
But-
is kind of like an author that talks about life improvement and whatnot. His themes are pretty like recurrent. He talks about how to be the most efficient human being you can be, possibly in terms of eating, dieting, all of that shit, just so that you can work better, you can work out better, you can have sex better. I get his brand, but I don't subscribe to it personally. But I get why he's a New York Times bestseller because he's good at what he's writing, because he writes stuff that usually gets controversial sometimes too. Yeah, but tell me more about the book.
The thing I picked up from it was like how.
Can you come closer to
there's
the mic?
a conventional way of like how to do things. Like if you wanted to gain weight, you just have to eat a lot of shitty food. And he talks about like specific workouts, like how if you wanted to lose weight, you don't have to work out all the time. There are like paths you could take. You can work out all the time. You can not eat. You can, I don't remember, but like he talks about combining those to create like the best outcome.
Interesting.
And like it's really cool. And I know you struggle with gaining weight, so
I do struggle with gaining weight.
yeah. He talks about how like there are people that eat enough calories. They don't work out a lot, but they like stress their bodies, not just doing reps, but until you can't do it anymore.
Failure.
And then you stop, and then you give your body time to recover, and then you do that again. So that really helps you.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know.
I didn't know you had to focus on those things to I didn't know that those things could change the outcome of your workouts. Anyway, tonight, after this, we'll have to do, so we'll start with doing push-ups. We'll do push-ups for 30 seconds, and then burpees for 30 seconds, push-ups again for 30 seconds, wall sitting for 30 seconds, crunches for 30 seconds, burpees for 30 seconds, side planks for 30 seconds, mountain climbers for 30 seconds, high knees for 30 seconds, lunges for 30 seconds, squat jumps for 30 seconds, and then a 5-minute break, and then back at it again.
Oh, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, because it's too much. Like I was gonna do 2 minutes, but I guess we can improve it with time. Because this is gonna go. We're gonna do this for the 12-week, because the 12-week program is split into 4 quarters. So the first 3 weeks is a program, and then the next 3 weeks is a different thing. You keep going in like that.
Does it include like diet, like what you should eat?
It does, but I didn't look it up because
We're
it's
broke college students.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, I eat at the Commons. He
there
cooks.
are good food in the
And don't
Commons.
cook.
Yeah, I just eat salad at the Commons, to be honest. But
Oh, my bad.
I just saw that Tom Brady wrote. You know Tom Brady, right?
Who?
Tom Brady.
The football player?
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
Tom Brady. He wrote a book like Tim Ferriss, do the same thing, but how to diet specifically and how to be the most efficient version of yourself. I have to buy it. It's like $25 on Audible. I have to listen to it. It's pretty
I know you're.
Wait, are we allowed to talk about scams?
Yeah, go ahead.
Talk about anything.
For example, for Audible, you know how like you subscribe first, and then you know about the credit thing, how you buy like 12 credits.
Yeah.
So what I do is I bought 12 credits, and then every time I finish listening to a book, I return it, and I get my credit back, and then I get another book. And I
Wait, you
return
can
it.
return something on Audible?
Yeah.
How does that work?
You go. It's not on your phone. You have to go like on audible.com on your like.
Yep.
You can do it on your phone, but not on the app.
Yeah, the iPhone app is pretty shit, to be honest.
So when you
can
done-
just listen to it.
And then you go there, and then you like touch like purchase history or something. And then you just say return. It asks you why, and just say. And it gives you like options, and then you just say return. You get your credit back.
What the hell?
Yeah,
So
I've
what-
been doing
Sign up?
this for like a long time now.
Have you read? Do you read the whole book and then you're like, okay, I'm returning it?
No, I listened to. You're talking about Audible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to the whole book, and then I return it. And some of them have like PDF documents. I even download the documents in. Sometimes, like I've returned so many books that they're like, sorry, you can't return this book at this moment. And then I just like close it and leave it for like 3 days or something, and then I can do it again.
Jesus Christ.
Damn, you're a professional scammer.
Why did I think of this? Anyway,
Wait.
I don't use credits anyway. I just, the yearly subscription, you just pay $9 per year.
The what subscription?
The yearly subscription is like the lowest subscription of the low.
Okay.
So you just pay $6 or $9 per year instead of paying monthly.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then you have to buy everything that you get pretty much.
How do you get
Audible is
credits?
great.
So Audible is amazing. Even like when the authors are reading the books, some
Yeah,
authors
yeah,
they actually
I love that.
read it with the way they intended it
Yeah,
to come
exactly.
out. So it's like you feel connected to the person, and it's a way better experience for me personally.
Yeah,
I love it. Plus,
agree.
it's a great time saver. I can just walk and I'm listening to the book. I don't have to sit down and like be so religious about it. But how it works is that every month you pay, depending on your subscription method, you just pay a price, and then the lowest subscription model is that you pay, I think, $6 or $12 or something, and then you get 1 credit. 1 credit is equal to 1 book.
You have 12 credits?
No, I bought something that said 12. I can get 12 credits for blah blah amount.
Yeah,
of money.
sometimes
So-
they do a deal where they sell you a bunch of credits for a specific amount of money.
Okay.
So it
So
doesn't
now
matter-
you just keep using the credits.
Like it doesn't matter the price of the book that you're getting. You can just get it for 1 credit.
You also read a lot of books, though, right?
What?
You read a lot of books.
Yeah, I read.
I always see you reading books.
What?
What's your favorite book?
I don't know. I have a lot of favorite books.
Okay, I want to introduce something on the podcast that we're going to do weekly. I just want to talk about new techs, but we discover weekly. What do
Why
you
did you
think?
tell me this before?
Well, I'm telling you now. What do you think? What thing do you think I'm going to talk about right now?
Samsung Galaxy S10?
What?
You said apps.
Yeah, apps, technology, whatever, something new that we've used.
AirPods?
No.
Galaxy S10.
What's yes? What?
Galaxy S10.
No. We have to use it. We have to test it
Oh,
first.
that we use?
Yeah.
Oh. SeekNow?
No. I was gonna talk about the Men app.
The what?
Men, M-E-N-D.
M-E-N.
Okay.
No, M-E-N-D. Okay, so the Men app is pretty much when you, after a breakup, you just use the app and it just helps you to come to terms with your feelings so that you feel better, pretty much. It's an app that was created by a woman. Her name is Elle. She was heartbroken at some point after a relationship, and she found that she wanted an app to help solve her heartbreaks. So she came up with the app, and recently I saw it under the college section of the App Store. And
So lame.
it sounds lame until you go through a breakup. So I wasn't really feeling much remorse after the breakup, but a lot of the times I feel like shit. I feel like I'm questioning myself. I feel like I want to know what the other person is doing, stuff like that. You feel like, for example, my ex, we used to talk a lot. We used to chat a lot. We were doing long distance. We used to chat a lot all day, every day. And after we broke up, we just stopped talking. But there was this thing inside of me that just wanted to look up my phone and just want to know, or just wants to wait a reply from her, because it's like a drug at some point. So I was using the app, and pretty much the app just tells you what to do to move on, just gives you advice, just tells you stuff. Let me go through something. Like, what I like about the app is that it's not,
Style?
yeah, it's texting style, but also there's a training thing. The training thing is the co-founder herself talking to you about how to get over it. Let's go through today's training. Okay.
Will I ever find someone exactly like them again? Though it comes in many forms, this is one of the most common questions I'm asked. I'll try to be as honest as possible. You won't find someone exactly like them again, and they won't find someone exactly like you again. This is the really gut-wrenching, can't get out of bed, crying with your mouth open part of a breakup. It's why breakups are such major losses, on par with death. And if you've broken up, you have lost some dynamic that you won't have again in the same exact form, even if you maintain a friendship. It's different. So let yourself grieve and cry and miss. And as you make your way into dating again and loving again, know that you may see small pieces of your ex in the people you meet. Sometimes it may be oddly comforting and familiar, and other times it may ruin the date. And this is normal. You loved your ex, and it's expected that the people you will like and love in the future may share some of the same qualities or traits. Months and years from now, you'll go long stretches without thinking about your ex, but you may still be reminded of them at certain moments. Usually it's a smell or a song or a receipt you find in a winter jacket.
Why are you laughing?
Okay, so when
Imagine the
was your
people
breakup?
My breakup was a few weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I broke up, so it's like it was me who wanted to break up. But I was feeling kind of like shit because after I broke up, I was just feeling kind of like I needed someone to talk to. But like I was talking to my friends, I was talking to my group of friends, to everyone else. But every time you're left alone, you feel like you feel uncomfortable. You don't feel like you like to be alone. So that's why I wanted. I mean, I didn't know that even existed, so I just wanted to take some time. But this kind of accelerates the process of you feeling better.
Okay, so have you felt better? Like, have you kept feeling better, or have you kept feeling worse about your breakup?
Of using this app?
No, like on your own.
It was either I'm feeling neutral or I'm feeling bad.
Okay.
It's not feeling good. So that's why when I saw the app on the App Store, I was like, you know what, might as well try it. And to be honest, it was really great. For example, the woman that's talking to you, her voice is really soothing.
Yeah.
Like you're listening to her, and the way she speaks, I don't know whether she's a voice actor or it's the CEO of Men, but she does a really great job. So that's one of the features. The second feature is that they ask you whether you've hydrated yourself today, whether you've socialized today. So you kind of think of, are you behaving normally? What's going on with you? What are you doing? What are you not doing? And then there's this thing that shows you how long you've been by using the app. And it shows you when was the last day since you contacted your ex, how many days has it been since the breakup, and it also gives you a community feature where you see a bunch of articles. But I don't really like the community feature because I feel like instead of putting real people's input, they've put in articles, so it doesn't feel. I feel like it's someone that curated it instead of actual people's experiences. But at the same time, when you're putting a community feature on a platform, you might expect some toxic behavior, and especially when you're going through a breakup, you might want to avoid toxic behaviors. So that's why I'm like, okay, I guess I respect your decision.
Did you tell your ex to download it too?
No, I didn't. I stopped talking to her completely. I tried to avoid contact because it's like we've been together for like 2.5 years. So yeah, it's 2.5 years of long distance also, and so that's why it's like every time we would talk about that kind of stuff, as soon as we would come to a point of conclusion, we'd just get back together. So that's why I was like, you know what, I really can't deal with this relationship, and I need my distance because I don't feel like I'm feeling anything anymore. So I just need to take my time off, and that's why I just stopped talking. But this app was really helpful. Not only the purpose of the app, but the way they executed it, and also the way it was designed. How did you like the design of the app?
It's a really great user interface.
Yeah, it's clean.
So you use it as well?
I don't use it. Of course I don't use it.
How do you find this?
But I like the user interface.
I think it's really clean.
Yeah.
Is it an Android?
Like,
Is it an Android?
I don't know. I haven't looked it up on Android, but it's an iPhone. It's nice.
what can you guys take away from this app towards your own app?
I just feel like the person that designed the app, they knew who they were targeting. So they knew they were targeting people that were sensible. So the way they designed the whole process is really well thought out. That's what I really like about it. They know who they're targeting. It's going to be people. But I didn't go through a rough breakup, but for people that are going through rough breakups, like mouth open, crying on the bed, like you're missing the person, they're feeling like they can't live without the other person. I feel like the app is like really well designed for them because it's really seamless. It's intuitive. Is it on? No, it's not.
I don't think so.
I guess it's just
sucks for us.
It's just on the iPhone. if you're an Android,
We're just gonna, I'll keep crying.
Yeah, be depressed. I don't know. But yeah, I just think that it's well designed. The way the person that we've hired to talk to you too, it's like really, it's like the best person they could have picked. I think that when you download the app, you can choose whether you're a male or female. So if you're a female, you get a guy that's talking to you. So I guess he must have a soothing voice too. But I haven't yet explored that part. I will later.
What if you're gay though?
I will later. I will explore it later. I will not be gay later.
Okay, good.
I was just checking. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, I don't know. I think I was talking. I had I had an interview earlier today about for an internship, and the person was asking me what's a product that you've really appreciated recently, and I was talking about this app, and he was asking me what don't you like about it, and I was saying how I wish that the community part was more on, like, you could see other users that are using the app giving their input instead of them putting it in articles and then you just having to go through articles and read like paragraphs that have been curated instead of you seeing other people. I wish I could see other people so that I could just see other people that were heartbroken and realize that I'm not alone, you know. Anyway, that's my thing. Any recent tech you have used this week? Or recently that you've really appreciated, that you'd like an input?
Yeah, I've used Google Keep. I started using Google Keep like barely a week ago, and I don't know why I never thought I'd use it before because I always see it, but
I always told you to use it.
I know, but it just looked complicated to use,
I know.
and like I don't want to deal with all that. But like no, I started using it, and it's so nice. It's so like greatly made. It's so nicely made.
Wait, you said Google Keep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you use
Google
Google Keep?
No, I've never used
So like, it's basically like an app that helps you take notes and keep tasks of yourself, of what you're gonna do in a day or something.
How's it different from notes?
What is notes?
Like, you know how you have like notes on your, yeah.
Well, this is like, well, for Google Keep, you could categorize your notes into like something like a dashboard. Like, can you show her?
Yeah, sure. So this is Google Keep. So pretty much like we have a bunch of notes about everything, but let's say there's things like particular to SeekNow that we discuss or what we want to discuss. I just have a SeekNow category here.
Okay.
So it's just SeekNow stuff. So let's say there were podcast episodes where I prepare my notes. It's only notes about the podcast. Like stuff like that. Like it's really easy to categorize and it's really well thought out. It really boosts your efficiency.
Okay.
Like what I really like about it is how it is so integrated into like your phone, because you could also have your phone and then you make a change on your computer and instantly it's on your phone, right? You could be walking and make the changes. Like before, I would literally I would have a normal notes app. I would take the notes, and if I wanted it on my computer, I would copy and paste it and email it to myself. And like that saved all that trouble. But yeah, I like what Sid said. I think like what makes a product great is like really knowing your users and kind of curating it so that like it really matches your users, right? Because they obviously thought about the users really well. People who are busy, people who take a lot of notes,
people who want to get shit done, pretty much.
Yeah, basically. How about you?
Yeah. Anything you've used recently? Any products that you used recently that you want to share about?
I think I've discovered a potentially favorite app. It's called Masterclass.
Oh,
Masterclass. Really? You use that?
I've saw videos about
But I've seen. Wait, doesn't Masterclass teach you stuff that's not academic related?
Then like
Not
sports
really,
related?
actually. They teach you about writing. They teach you that's one of the things that I'm really interested in.
Because I saw like movie directors teaching movie
like
classes,
photography,
like
cooking.
athletes teaching sports stuff.
Yeah, there's Stephen Curry.
Exactly.
Talks about like shooting and stuff.
How did they get those people to become tutors? How much money did they have as during the investing part of when they were coming up with a startup so that they could hire all those people?
I honestly don't know. But I feel like these people that are like well and established, like if a startup company reaches out to them, they're like, hey, we're trying to do this.
You might just do it
like
for
I
free.
feel like not for free, but they'll like compromise and like
interesting.
yeah.
That's
what I think.
What do you learn on Masterclass?
I haven't really paid for anything yet. So I'm trying to like debate there. If you pick specific classes, you pay like $69 or something for like every class. Or if you want, you can pay like $180 something and get like all the contents of the app.
Oh, wow.
Not for free, but pay
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
So like I'm debating if I want to get all of it or none of it.
I mean, that's a pretty good investment if you're planning on actually learning. But
yeah.
how much do you think it's effective when it's just a one-way communication of the app is giving you content to learn. Because I think I had a debate about Duolingo. You know Duolingo, the app where you learn you learn new languages. It was just a one-way interaction, right? They give you stuff to learn. They give you everything, like different ways of learning. They give you like interactive. They show you images, blah, blah, blah. But I felt like it was just one way. And at some point, I just lost motivation to continue learning, and I just stopped. So do you think that masterclass works for you? Or have you ever used platforms where you felt like you were learning stuff and the one-way process was actually good?
Yeah,
Like
Audible.
Udemy or something.
Well, Audible is a book. Audible is just a book. You're reading a book, but
yeah.
like when you're learning stuff.
No, but I feel like the masterclass things. I feel like when they interview those people, they make sure that the people recording or whatever, they make sure that all the questions that people might have get addressed.
Oh.
So
Did they predict in
I
advance?
think what?
They predict in advance.
Yeah, and even the people teaching it kind of know what like hardships they had when they were learning it. So I feel like
Have you ever used like platforms like Udemy or Coursera?
what?
Have you ever used platforms like Udemy
No,
or Coursera?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, wow, interesting. Those are really popular platforms. But
Udemy?
Udemy.
Udemy?
Mhm.
What does it do?
You basically, it's basically like kind of like masterclass, but not as premium. But like anybody could just upload a class that they want to teach, and then you could just learn. So like that's where I learned a lot of my things at. Like a lot of people go there to learn programming. I learned design on there too. Yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's like the courses are pretty cheap. Like,
And you
they
can
say it's $200, but you can get it for like $10.
Yeah, exactly.
Another favorite app of mine is Calm. You guys know Calm?
No.
It's like a meditation app.
You are a very yoga, meditation, feng shui type of person, right?
Don't stereotype me, okay?
I mean,
You're very content.
aren't you?
No. I mean, I meditate, I do yoga, but you can't
You
just
wake up
say,
at
you're
5.
this kind of person. Like, what?
She wakes up at 5 and does yoga.
Okay. So tell me about Calm.
Okay, so I used Calm for like a year.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Do you pay for it?
yeah.
How much?
It was like around $60 for a year.
Oh.
And you get like guided meditations like every single day.
Mhm.
There are like specific courses that you can take. Like if you want to work on like relationships, for example, like you meditate on that, and it's guided, so you don't just have to sit and like, what do I do now?
Oh,
So
interesting.
like you pick your time, and it's really like it helps you sleep. There are like sleep meditations
Yeah.
and sleep music. It's really amazing.
Yeah, my sister was working on that kind of stuff. She likes to meditate too, and I think she downloaded an app, but it was free. She just likes to hear the
music.
the music, and then she uses stones and stuff just to connect with her spirits or whatever. But she says that it works. How does Calm work for you? I mean, you're paying for it.
Yeah, but right now I switched. There's also another called Headspace. Do you guys know Headspace?
I've heard of Headspace.
You know Andy Puttycombe. He also does like, so Andy Puttycombe is the founder of Headspace,
Mhm.
but he also does like guided runs on like the Nike running app or something.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What are guided
He's really
runs?
cool. Like he tells you just woke up, like focus on your legs or something, like being mindful.
No, but guided runs are usually when you go for a run, you just put on the Nike app and you put on your headphones, and
Yeah.
then they just motivate you, go further. You've got 5 miles left. You've got 2 miles left. This is the final stretch. Slow down, go faster, stuff like that. It's good for training, pretty much. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of. It's not like a real trainer, but it does its best because it's using your GPS on your phone and stuff like that.
What do you guys think about apps like those? Like apps that, I don't know.
When I was training for my
Trainer.
like fitness apps,
Yeah.
What-
Not fitness apps, but like apps. They kind of like the people kind of depend on to do things like motivation. Like shouldn't motivation comes from within yourself?
yeah, but when I was training for my half marathon in Mauritius, and I still had my old phone, it was a Samsung something, and I was using S Health, and I don't know, it was pretty good just to tell me what distance I ran, because I just needed someone to measure that for me. And I know it's like you shouldn't. I mean, I don't know how you estimate distance without a phone. How long you run? That's the only reason I was using the phone for, like distance and music.
I mean, you go to Google Maps and be like, I want to run from here to here.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah, like you go to Google Maps and like, okay, so if I run from here to Jewel, how much would that be?
Oh, okay.
That's what I
get what you're saying.
used to do when I was in track.
Wait, have you guys gotten a chance to talk to Howard Tolman?
Not yet.
No.
He's a really, really amazing guy. You guys should talk to him.
I know. He's the mentor for IIT Venture or whatever it's called anymore. But
have you heard of Venture?
Yeah, I'm taking
a class with him. What's Vipro?
Oh, 397.
I actually applied for that as well. I don't know if I'll get it, but 1871 or something.
Oh yeah. Like how many? So many people. 70 people at IIT applied for one.
Okay.
For what? Okay.
1871. Yeah.
1871.
Oh yeah, me too.
I'm not looking for.
But you should really talk to him, especially about tech stuff. Like he knows his stuff. Like every he gives like lectures, and his lectures are like what.
For some context, Howard Tillman was the CEO of 1871. He helped a lot of startups get from the ground up and be successful. He has his hands in a lot of stuff, and right now he is the head of the new Kaplan Entrepreneurship Center at IIT. So he's a pretty resourceful guy. He knows his stuff. He teaches also a class about entrepreneurship. If you look Howard Tillman up, you can follow him on Instagram. You can follow him on Twitter. You'll find him doing speeches, doing a ton of stuff in the entrepreneurship world. But yeah.
So you say he knows his tech. You said.
Yeah.
What was he? Was he like what did he do before? What do you mean? Why do you say he knows his tech?
Because all the slides that he, like all the lectures that he gives are like based on tech and what that means like for our future and what new techs are up, like what, like he talked about cars in the future, and he talks about like certain industries, like they're not about owning things anymore. That's like, for example, Google, they don't own any like content. They don't like create content, you know, they
That's interesting.
bring things together. Like car sharing. Have you guys heard about like Maven?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they don't own any
I
cars.
still have no idea what Maven does, but I know they're pretty successful because of. I mean, if I see the ads, that means they're pretty successful.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like Uber, they don't own anything. Airbnb, they don't own anything. So.
I guess connecting the pieces together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he writes articles on like Inc. or something. I've never heard of it, but he. Talks
Inc. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My thing with the future is I wanna, after SeekNow, like way in the future, I wanna work on a platform that helps people, that helps crypto work better, like so that people can use crypto without like use Bitcoin, Litecoin, whatever coin they want to use. I just want
like
a service where
in exchange of purchasing crypto.
No, not purchasing. Actually, using it to make to buy stuff.
Nice.
Because for now, crypto is just this one thing that people buy and then wait for the price to go up and then sell again. And in return, they keep getting USD or whatever coin whatever currency they're using. But I just want to work on something that makes it accessible, pretty much. But I'm still reading books right now about how crypto works. I'm reading, there's a thing called white paper. White paper is pretty much the technical foundations of every coin, why they were founded, what's the technicalities, how it works. I'm still reading stuff like that, but I'm not focusing my time so much on this. I'm focusing on my time of SeekNow, but I know the future is in crypto, not necessarily cryptocurrency, but I want to know where it goes. So that's why I want to put my early foundational education on crypto right now. And yeah, that's pretty much along the lines of what you were saying, like stuff, instead of purchasing stuff, just connect stuff together. Yeah. Anyway, time is up. How did you like the podcast? You seem nonchalant.
What?
You seem like you don't care.
I mean, I do care.
She
I
always looks
enjoyed
like that.
What?
She always looks like that.
Oh wait, before ending, I have something to tell you. We're in the same econ class, right?
Yes.
I saw you sitting like like a total badass bitch. The last time in class, I was like, "What's up with her?" I had to leave early though, but I was like, "Wait, what's up with her?"
Like, how did I sit?
Your legs were all over the place
Oh.
on the seats. You were laying back, and then when Tom Lee talks, you just ask questions. You just stop him out of nowhere. just ask questions.
I don't do that, first of all.
Do you like the class?
Yeah, I think actually that class is something that could be useful. Like, if I really pay attention, I can use what I learned there in my real life.
Uh-huh.
So I want to make sure that I learn, like, and I want to ask questions, like, and he really does a good job in connecting, like,
Oh, really? You find so?
in real life. Yeah. Like,
Interesting. I just
And-
think that he rambles too much, so that's why.
yeah, he does, but
Because on the quiz, for example, the last time, the quiz versus his stories, they don't add up together.
Yeah.
But I guess
Yeah.
the quizzes are the stories are a good way to make you connect the pieces in your mind,
Mhm.
and then practice the homework, and then the homework's supposed to lead you to the quiz. But still, though.
yeah, like for example, I don't remember I don't know if you remember, but in the first day of class, he talked about like, if you want to make $3 million
Oh, yeah.
when you graduate, blah, blah, blah. And I asked him after class, I was like, why are you teaching us this? Like, I can Google this and it will do it on a calculator. I was like, can you instead teach me how I can get an investment that will give me like 10% per year?
Mhm.
And he's like, you're going to have to make your own decisions, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, here we go again, the college bullshit. Like, you're just going to tell me how to calculate numbers. Like, I don't care. Tell me how to find something that will pay me that. Google will tell me the rest,
Tell me how
And
I'm
like-
gonna make my $1 trillion.
Yeah. And a lot of professors don't really get that. Like, they don't know how we could use technology and what that means for education.
Oh, yeah,
They
definitely,
just don't
yeah.
get it. And
But
that's really
but
sad.
now you like the class?
I mean, I do like the class, but
It's still numbers and bullshit.
yeah. But I think this is one of the better classes.
Interesting.
And do you like it?
I haven't been paying attention, and this is my second Twombly class, so I kind of need to put my head down a bit because I messed up the first quiz. I mean, I got nothing right. I'm pretty sure I got a 0, but it's fine. I mean, it's fine. When you're in Twombly's class for the second time, getting a 0 is just gonna be the first 0,
Okay.
the first 0 out of many.
Okay.
And you're still gonna do fine if you actually put some, yeah, if you put your mind into it. So I'm just gonna figure it out afterwards. I don't have time to focus on school right now. So anyway, that's been it for the SeekNow podcast, everyone. It's not called a podcast anymore. It's called the SeekNow podcast. We'll see you next week. No promises though.
Nah, we'll see you next week.
All right. I'm Sid.
I'm Prince.
And I'm Maraki.
Bye.
Bye.
So how do you stop it?
Stop.
Do you press like a button?
Nope.